Hello, welcome to scr1tno Knitting Project podcast. My name is Sharon and I'm coming to you from Surrey in the UK, where I live with my family and my animals. Today is Tuesday the 2nd of November 2021 and this is episode 112. Welcome if you are a new viewer, welcome back if you're a returning viewer. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be the normal format, but it's a completely different rotation because don't know what that was because I'm doing, oh, it's the door, because I'm doing lots of different things from when you saw me last week. You're also on a different tripod and it's a bit precarious, so if it wobbles, I'm really sorry. I have no clue what I've done with my tripod. If you follow along and you've been watching my Vlogtober, you know I've been vlogging every day during Vlogtober, and apparently I've managed to lose my tripod, which wasn't helpful this morning, but I have a very small window with which to record this, so we're going with it. I hope you don't mind. Okay, so we have got admin next. We've got two knit-alongs going on. We've got the square a day KAL and we've got the stripy sock KAL. Obviously October, it has come to an end. I will close the thread on Wednesday, so by the time you see this it will be closed, so I will draw prizes next week. And the square a day, we're doing a small bit on something bigger every day. That's the rules to that are getting looser by the week. But nice to see we're getting some new people just joining in. If you don't know, whips are totally allowed, so if you think you feel like you want to start your blanket now, you don't have to start on the 1st of January for next year's KAL at all. Go for it, start now, you'll just be in the head of the game. So the check-ins are at the end of each quarter, and you just have to have that amount by the end of by that quarter to be able to go into the kind of not the finished object thread, but the check-in thread. So if you want to get started, don't hang on till January, just go for it. Honestly, I'm probably the easiest person as far as rules are concerned. I mean, admittedly, I did have one person try to enter a stripy sock that wasn't stripy. Did have to draw the line at that one, but otherwise pretty much everything goes. So let's go straight into the actual knitting. Excuse my dog in the background. I've got family here. It's a beautiful sunny day, so I don't want to lose the light because once the sun comes round it's going to glare, so I need to get on with this. So day one is socks, and currently I am working on, if you long-term viewers will recognise this bag, my Rainbow Chronicles socks. This has been a year-long knit-along where we've knitted a pair of socks a month. Hosted by Jules of So Sweet Violet and Kelly of Lay Family Yarn. And I have to admit, I love my box of socks, but these last two pairs, November and December, are a little bit of a trial because I've got so much going on and so much other knitting I want to get on with that I'm a bit like, I haven't got time to knit these socks, but we're going to try and go. I'd hate to fall off the wagon now. Right, so I use the palette packs by Lay Family Yarn. You get an extra entry if you use either Kelly's yarn or one of Jules's pattern, and double extra entries if you use both. So these are 10 times 10 grams, and they come in, I mean, we've had all different packs during the year, and this one's a very bright rainbow. So I don't know if you can see that. So I cast on yesterday and I have done my two little cuffs. So I started with my two little cuffs. I knit my socks concurrently because when I tried to knit them two at a time it didn't go well. So I knit my socks concurrently. So I've done both the cuffs, and then today I'll do my, what is supposed to be 8 rows of the next colour, which I've already wound up, which is this lovely red. But for me will be 9 rows because I count 8 and then I've like, oh yeah, but I've already got one on the needle, so that's the 9th row. So I do 9 rows. But if I said I did 9 rows, I'd then count 9 and it would be 10. So honestly, I have to fool myself. So yeah, I've started my little cuffs, and the idea is that I do the 8 rows on both of these each day, and then by the end of the month I have socks. So it doesn't take me long to do the 8 rows on both socks. It takes me about half an hour. And then if I'm like, today I'll be editing, so that's a no-brainer. That'll be an easy one to do. Yeah, if I've got a work call I can just pick them up, so I just try and get them done. So that's my, oh, and I should say I do my socks on 2 circulars, hence why there's all these needles dangling. Now there is a tutorial on one of my vlogmases about how I do this, but I'm going to try and do a proper tutorial. We'll do an in-depth one on my Patreon account when I get my Patreon up and running, but I will do kind of a clip note one on the main channel too. I'm just concerned I don't want people to miss out just because they can't pay to watch it, but equally obviously if people are paying to watch it I want them to get kind of something worth paying for. I think it's probably the thing to say. For those people that supported my Ko-fi account over the Vlogtober, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's been very kind and very welcome. Right, so that's day 1, socks. Day 2. Day 2 is accessories and is my shawlography. So I am doing the Knit Along by Stephen West of the shawlography, and that is living in my dandelion and dogwood massive bag. No spoilers really here because I'm still on clue, well I'm not, I've just started clue 3. I've finished clue 2, I have not started clue 3. So if you don't want to see, please do look away. But like I said, I'm just, hold on, my needles have done something weird. I'm just at the end of clue 2 and I have not started clue 3. So, fair warning. This is what mine is looking like. I'm loving how these colours look. This was a pack from Eden Cottage Yarns, and yeah, it's beautiful. So the next section is brioche. Now I'm not a fan of brioche. I would have a go at the brioche on this because I think it does look really good, but quite frankly I have not got the time to try it, mess it up and then tink it back, etc. So I'm going to do the mesh section for my one on section 3. So yeah, I'm not scared of brioche. I'd definitely have a go. I want to get this done and I love knitting on it, and I know if I make a mistake it's going to put me off, so I just thought, do you know what, just go the easy option. I normally don't go the easy option, but this time I'm going to. But I do love, I don't know if he is chatting to his son or whether he's chatting to the cat. Either's a possibility. So yeah, that's, oh isn't it lovely? Give you a close up of it, shall I? I love, oh this section here, totally wrong. Don't know what I did, but my section does not look like Stephen's. Oh, and also I forgot to drop my stitches in between my welts, so that didn't work either, but hey, it's going to be my version. It's there or thereabouts. It wouldn't be me if there wasn't some mistakes in it, but I live with my mistakes unless they're really terrible. So yeah, it reminds me of the sun. I love that middle bit. Right, so I'm going to carry on with that and just try and do a little bit as and when I can, because I've got a lot of gift knitting I need to get done. So just trying to work a little bit at a time. So, you know, like next week you might only just see like a couple of rows, but hopefully you'll bear with me. I definitely need a drink. I think he's talking to the cat. No, it's definitely his son. Don't think the cat wants a cup of tea. Right. So day 3 is hanging out with my Christmas bag because it's Christmas knitting. Now one pair of these I haven't got because they are leaving today to go to their new owner. So they are on my doorstep waiting to be collected by the postman. So these are the Tchaikovsky mitts by it's a knit vet pattern from a few years ago by Helen Stewart of Curious Handmade. I love them. They're super quick to knit because they're DK, and I just think these are going to be so practical for me for work. I can still type, but they're really thick because they're DK. Really quick knit, and oh yeah, I just love them, absolutely love them. So these are knit in, the contrast at the top is Hedgerow Yarns, Oh, that's because I put that one on. I'm trying to work out why the cuff was so different. So the contrast at the top is Hedgerow Yarns, and this main colour is Stranded Dye Works Flower Crown, which I knit my understated in. And I love it. So that's that. And then I thought I'd have a go at knitting a pair holding mohair. So this is a Rowan Kid Silk Haze. And it's probably going to be a colour number. Yeah, shade 580. Yeah, 580. So it's this beautiful little pink colour. And then this is a Craft House Magic MCN. I don't know what it's called. It could be Strawberry Fields Forever, but I'm not certain. Ellie, if you happen to be watching, I'm sure you're far too busy, but if you are and you want to, just comment down below which colourway it was. But I think it might be Strawberry Fields, not sure. And I have a little cuff and the first part of the pattern. My throat's going croaky already because of the mohair, honestly. But oh, these are really lovely. And they're going to be so sweet to wear. So definitely looking forward to getting these done. So that's my next pair that I'm knitting. And then I've got this wound up, ready to go, which is a DK. It's a really pretty DK. And this is Down Sheepy Lane in Fuzzy Peach. So that'll be my next one. Now I haven't got a picture of the pattern. I don't think. I've just got the pattern. Oh yes, I have got a picture of the pattern. There we go. But yeah, as I said, this is from Knit Vent. I'm not sure which one it is, but if you search Tchaikovsky mitts, you'll find it. I did a lot of Tchaikovsky hats last year, so there's a few people that are going to get mitts that match this year. They'll be ideal for kind of a few of my kind of guiding friends and stuff as well, if I can get them done in time. But I need to knit something like 10 pairs to get everybody's done. So that's day 3, gift knitting. Day 4 is a bit of a tale of woe. Day 4 is my bowline jumper, which is a pattern by Tin Can Knits. And looks like that. So it's got this rib at the top and it's got a roll neck. And this is from my little grandson. And this is what it looks like. I love it. However, I think he's grown out of it already. I was having cuddles on Friday. I was like, I don't think it's going to fit. I think it's going to be too small. So I will at some point put some sleeves on this, and then that'll be for the next little baby that comes along. But yeah, I mean, it's ribbed, so it does stretch quite a bit. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it will. Oh, I might whip the sleeves up quickly, and then maybe even if he only wears it a couple of times. So last time you saw this, I was there. No, I wasn't. I was there where that sheep is. These are markers for marking the back and the front when you're knitting it. When you knit the back and the front separately, and you need to knit the front so many rows less than the back, which is how you get your short row at the back. So the idea is that you put a marker in where you start, where you do the separation, so you can count your rows. As I said, it's quite stretchy, so maybe I'll be able to block it out a bit bigger. Maybe it's worth doing it. It's got a lovely big neck on it, so you can easily get it over the baby's head. This is really pretty yarn. This is a DK from, and it's a 7525, I think. I've already got half the stuff all over my desk. Let's have a quick look, see if I've got a ball band in here. I have got a ball band. Yeah, it's a 75-25 superwash merino, and it's a one of a kind colourway from Hedgerow Yarns. Yeah, okay, I need to add that to my list of things that need to get finished sooner rather than later. So as I said, that's the Bowline by Tin Can Knits. It's a really sweet little baby jumper. So that's day 4. Oh, suffering with my throat. Sorry about all the chopping about in editing. I'm trying to chop out the coughs. Day 5 is my Whitmore, and I haven't worked on that this week, so we're going to gloss over that, but it's another thing I want to get finished. So much I want to get finished. Now, day 6 is blanket day, and I've now moved my Christmas blanket, so this is a Christmas crochet blanket, into the day 6 blanket slot, because I have decided that when I get this strip finished, I'm calling it a day, because looking at it, it's huge. It doesn't need to be any bigger. So I'm going to finish this strip that I'm on now. So this is half a strip, nearly. I've got one more. I'm halfway through a multicoloured one from this morning, which will go on the end here. And then that's half a strip done. And then I'm going to join it, and I'm going to do, where I've joined it here with just like a little double crochet join, I'm just going to go around the edge and do a double crochet edge on it, which is going to take me a fair while, so I need to get that done too. But yeah, I'm going to call it a day. I've decided to call it finished, so I need to get this done. These are pretty colours, aren't they? Make a really lovely summer blanket, let alone a Christmas blanket, but with all the other Christmas colours it does work. So yeah, I'm going to call it a day. So what I do is, I've got a little square here that I've started. These are clusters of granny stitches, and I do 5 rounds of these grannies. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 here, so I need to do one more round. And each time I get to the end of a join, so here, you can see I'm going to join in there in a minute, what I'll do is I'll turn it round and go back round the other way. So you get very square squares doing that. And also you don't really get a right side and a wrong side, although my blanket naturally has a right side and a wrong side because of the way I'm joining it together. But so let me show you. So that is on my blanket, that is the right side. So it looks like they're kind of quilt squares because they're bordered on all 4 sides with this grey. But on the wrong side it just looks like that. So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't look, it looks fine both sides. So yeah, so I just join them together, and I join it by grabbing, if you can see the little V's, I grab the middle 2 V's on each square. So the inner V on that one, and then the inner V on that one. I put them together, and I double crochet it all the way across there, and along those middle V's, and that gives you a really nice, I'll show you that one actually, which shows it up, a really nice little edge on your square where you want to, where you've joined it together. So it's just a really nice effect. Totally made up pattern. I might put it out as a pattern, but I'd put it out as a free pattern because nothing in this is my own work really, other than how I've done it, how I've put it together. So I might pop it up as a free pattern, but that won't be this year. I'm hoping to get a few patterns done next year, but I'm definitely going to put this one up, even if it's just like a cheat sheet of how to do it. Because I'm not an experienced crocheter, this is the limit of my crocheting abilities, but it is really nice. And I might do a bit about colour, how I colour placed mine. So that's that. So that's my day 6 blanket, and I really do want to crack on with that. Only on 19 minutes and I've done all the knitting. Right, so happy mail. I'm missing a happy mail, so that's great. I don't know where that's gone. It's in this mess of a room somewhere. So, I think I showed this last week. Do you know what? I may have showed this last week. If I did, I'm sorry, but it's worth showing again. So this is the Woolly Goodness Colours of the Month Club for October. If you haven't had yours, look away. And that's a little progress keeper that comes with this one. These are really pretty. Okay, I can't have shown this. It's not open. Well, maybe I did. I think I vaguely remember showing this because it's really pretty. I love those colours. So, again, I'm sorry if you've already seen that. I really do need to look up what I've shown before. I'm so good about putting stuff away when I've shown it. I'm really surprised, but never mind. And the next one I got was December's Lay Family yarn for the last Rainbow Chronicles socks. And, I mean, for me, the last one's the best. How much are they my colours? Absolutely adore them. I cannot wait to make these socks. So I'm looking forward to my December socks. December's going to be all about the bitty knitting. Like a little rows of this here and a little rows of that there. But isn't that gorgeous? I love it. Oh, so that's it for Happy Mail. As I said, I'm fairly certain there's something else, but I have no idea where it's gone. So lastly, just news from the knitting project. I haven't got an awful lot to share because you've been with me all month, haven't you? I finished Vlogtober. Very pleased I managed to do it all. I think there was only 2 days I combined. I think the rest of them all went out as individual days. It's nice to have my evenings back, so I'm not editing. I have learnt just to go with the flow and rather having a strict upload schedule, just get it done when I get it done. So I'm going to keep that for Vlogmas. I will be doing Vlogmas. I'm enjoying having a month off for November. There will be a little bit of a vlog at the end of each of my podcast videos, although not this one because I only finished Vlogtober on Sunday and not much happened yesterday for me to put it on here, if I'm honest. Yeah, so what have I got up and coming this month? Let's think. So this week I'm back to guides. We are doing indoor fireworks and sparklers by Promises by Sparklers tonight, that sounds like fun. It's bitterly cold here today because we've just had a frost, so it's going to be an interesting evening. It's going to be a cold evening. I've got my COVID booster on Saturday morning. I'm really looking forward to that. So Sunday I have no plans because I don't know what's going to be going on. I have been frantically winding tiny balls of yarn for all my swaps. I'm halfway through that, so hopefully I'll get the rest of that done today as well as editing. Work is busy too. Talking of which, oh no, I'm fine. Got half an hour yet. The girls are all fine. Charlie's away. She's gone to Centre Parks for the week, which is lovely. Poor love's got an ear infection though, it's not fair. She finally gets to go on holiday. She gets ill too, poor love. Megan's fine is back at work because she's obviously just been, she's a teaching assistant, she's just been off for half term, so she's just gone back. They are gearing up for all things Christmas. And they've got a Christmas play that they're putting on which she's helping with and having great fun with. Panto is in full swing. Do you remember, if you're a long-term viewer of my girls, you will know that my youngest is in pantomime each December. She is part of our local theatre group, the Woldingham Panto, and the last year they couldn't do one because of COVID, so they did a virtual online one, which I know some of you supported and watched, which was fabulous, thank you. Yeah, they're gearing all up for that, and she's really excited and really enjoying it. It's going to be this year. Normally it's the first week of January, but because of where the school year falls this year, it's going to be between December and New Year. So hopefully you'll see some of that on Vlogmas. Obviously not the panto itself. I can't record the panto, but I can put it on. I can do the bits that go around it. It's always manic when it's a panto week. I normally go and see her every performance she does, except for the last day. They do a matinee and then they do an evening performance. I don't go to the matinee. I have been asked if I will cover the prompt, which if that means if the girl that's doing prompt isn't going to be around, I will stand in for her. It's always been a lifelong dream. I've always wanted to do that, so I got to do it last year. It was an unmitigated disaster, having been told by the girl who does it, don't worry, they never forget their lines, it's fine. I think just about everybody forgot their lines, including Meg. I was just like, thanks guys. So I just, yeah, I'm going to be more prepared for that this year and actually kind of know what I'm doing, which is nice, but it's good fun being backstage. So yeah, we're in full panto rehearsal mode. Who've I missed out? My eldest is fine. Her and Dad are enjoying having their own flat. They carved their own pumpkins and put them out, which was cute. I've got to see her at least a couple of weekends, which is nice, and we're supposed to be watching Bake Off together, but how we're going to manage that this week, I don't know. But I will get to see her this evening because she's coming round for dinner in between when she finishes Rainbows and when we start Guides. So she finishes Rainbows at 6:15 and we start Guides at 7:15. So there is a whole hour where we get to eat some food. We might try and watch at least some of Bake Off during that time. I think that's it. I think that's all I've got to tell you this week. So I hope you're all okay wherever you are. Take care and I'll see you next week. Sorry this is a bit of a short one. I will endeavour to do better next week. I've got so much secret stuff going on that I can't show you. Honestly. So annoying. But when I can show you, which I will be able to eventually, yeah. Never mind. I hope you're all okay. I'll see you next week.